Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Happy Monday, everybody. So, last Monday I showed you this bag with the baby wipe technique, and I focused on the baby wipe technique and didn't show you how to make the bag because I absolutely had it in my head I'd made this bag before for you. And then when I went to write up the blog post and to research it and find the original, couldn't find it. Apparently I haven't made the bag. And loads of you said, no, we haven't seen the bag, can we have it please? So I'm bringing you the bag. So last week you had the decoration, this week you're getting the bag. So let me show you the bag in a little bit more detail. So it slides all the way up on both sides, and actually, if you can't really see it, it meets exactly in the middle at the top. So it goes all the way in, and obviously depending on what you have inside as to how much it will go down. So you could have it, if you've got something inside that maybe sits to about there, it will only go in at that point. But I love it. I love this paper, Frosted Florals. I only got a couple more days to go, Wednesday to get it, and I'm using a different paper. Now this one is very much the, I suppose, the star of the show, this pattern. But all of them, the whole lot is pearlescent. So if you see it shimmering, absolutely gorgeous. But this pattern is rather lovely with the thistles. I'm assuming they're thistles. I'm a bit horticulturally challenged, but just lovely. And I love the blue in it. Anyway, so you need a full sheet of 12 by 12 card, 12 by 12 paper, 30 by 30 centimetres. Okay, so let me grab my pickup tool. Okay, so on the first side, score it at 2 7/8 of an inch, 5 3/4, 8 5/8 of an inch, and the light is shining right where I'm trying to look, and 11 1/2 inches. In metric, that is 7, 14, 21 and 28. Actually, you could leave your metric at 30 1/2 by 30 1/2. And then turn it round, and on the next side score it at 2 1/2 inches and 10 inches, which in metric again, 6 centimetres and 25 centimetres. Now, you'll see, hopefully you can, let me tip it so you can see it. So that's where it overlaps. So it overlaps in this section here. That gave me more height. That was important to me. Gotta have the height on a gorgeous bag. Okay, so let me grab my bone folder. And this is paper, and it's lighter weight than our regular designer series paper, but still perfect to make a gorgeous bag. And because we're not scoring the sides, you get this wonderful smooth finish, and this paper is ideal for that. And you do not want to push too hard with your stylus when you're scoring, because you could potentially go through it. Oh, there we go. Okay. And the last part is what will be the top of the bag. So do you know what? I don't think I scored that at 2 1/2. No, I scored it at 1 1/2. Okay, scored that one at 2 1/2, not 1 1/2. Good job, that's the bottom. 2 1/2 and 10, which is 6 centimetres and 25 centimetres. You know, I was looking at it thinking that doesn't look right, that doesn't look right, that doesn't look right. But that's the bottom of the bag. Okay, so we've got a 2-inch section there, 5 centimetres, and a 2 1/2 inch section here, which is 6 centimetres. This is the bottom. And you will see we've got this thin line all the way down there, and this section here, we need to cut that away completely. Okay. Still haven't cleaned my scissors. Thank you ever so much for everybody who sent me links to Goo Gone and similar that is available here in the UK. You are superstars. Thank you very much. And I'm just cutting up here. So what you're left with is the top is intact with the side panel. That bit's been removed and those have all been separated. Right, where's my tear and tape? I love it when I ask a question on here and everybody sends me answers. Absolutely brilliant. I don't get a chance to reply to everything on YouTube, unfortunately. My time is so strapped. My 4 little boys need a lot of me, hence why I work for myself, so that I can be available to them. Modern women have never had it so good, have they? My husband works shifts, and so we take a day off together every single week, and then that leaves me very little time, and I have an enormous team that I work with. So yeah, my time is taken, unfortunately. But New Year's resolution, and I say New Year, I kind of feel that after September the 30th, or not September the 30th, end of August, beginning of September, when the children go back to school, I can kind of make these resolutions. Okay, so I folded in the side panels. I'm looking for the back, and so that's where my join is. So the bits to the left, bit next to it, those are the sides. This one here is the back, and that one will be the front. So I'm going to put some tear and tape on this one that's the back. And fold that round, so remembering I've got my seam there, so that's on. If you've got heavy stuff in here, you know, put glue all over the place everywhere, or even put a cardstock panel in the bottom. It's 7 centimetres, 2 7/8 of an inch that way, so you could put a panel that was maybe 2 3/4 inches, or maybe 6 3/4 centimetres. Okay, so we've now got the front, so I'm looking for my seam. That's there, and it's at this point, you've got a score line here. This is where you push with your fingers, so roughly aim for the middle on the sides and push. And you see what I mean about the resistance? It's trying to stop there, even though I haven't got anything in. So if you've got a very slim thing in, just gently manipulate it with your fingers either side, and that's how you get this lovely smooth finish. Just gently with your fingers, and you can see, hopefully you can see where it meets in the middle. Now I'm not pushing to, you know, I could squeeze that shut completely, but I like this sort of open look, because that gives you the look. You get a peep at the inside paper as well. And I've got a small boy who's just wandering in trying to bring me stuff. He's been working for me, but I've just waved at him and he's gone back out. So, and then you just tie it off with some ribbon. Let me find some ribbon to go with it. Let's bring in the gorgeous velvet ribbon again, which I'm hopeless at tying and getting the knot in the right, or getting both parts to go in the right direction. So we'll do a knot. Oh, I said we were going to do a knot. We're going to do a knot. Well, that's kind of, well, that's one ribbon in one direction and one in the other. It doesn't matter. And that is how you make this bag. And you can open it up a little bit more. Oh, look, you can see exactly where it meets in the middle at the top. And I just think it's lovely. Really nice. You can have a nice bottle of, well, you could do some homegrown stuff. I mean, if you're into bottling fruit and stuff like that, or putting it away, I think the American folk call it canning, apart from the fact that it goes in bottles, so we call it bottling or pickling. But you know, something homegrown, or some jam or something like that, pop them inside. Nice bottle of, I don't know, if you've got olive oil and you've infused it with stuff, beautiful in there. Hope you like it. So there's the original one, the one you saw last week, and here's the new version. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.